the impact of political revolution and war on the role of the Church in political and intellectual life context, and overview. From the 16th century onward, political revolutions and wars repeatedly reshaped the Church's position in European society. Once the unchallenged centre of political authority and intellectual life, the Church gradually lost its temporal power as monarchs, revolutionaries, and modern states redefined sovereignty, reason, and individual rights. Despite these challenges, religious authorities and thinkers continually adapted, sometimes by reforming, sometimes by resisting, to preserve faith's moral and cultural influence. 1. The Reformation and Religious Wars. The Protestant Reformation marked the first major upheaval that diminished the Church's authority. Martin Luther's 95 Theses directly attacked the papacy's political power and the sale of indulgences, leading to the fragmentation of Christendom. Subsequent religious wars, such as the German Peasants' War and the 30 Years' War, transformed the Church's role from a pan-European authority into one of several competing confessional powers. The Peace of Westphalia formalized this shift by granting rulers the right to choose their state's religion, reducing papal involvement in secular politics. In response, the Catholic Church launched the Counter-Reformation, strengthening discipline through the Council of Trent and revitalizing its educational and missionary efforts via the Jesuits, who became influential in global intellectual life. 2. The Enlightenment and the Age of Revolutions. The Enlightenment and the political revolutions it inspired, especially the French Revolution, further eroded the Church's temporal and intellectual dominance. Revolutionary leaders confiscated church property, abolished monastic orders, and established state-controlled civil religion based on reason and nationalism. Intellectuals such as Voltaire, Diderot, and Rousseau attacked clerical privilege and dogma, arguing that moral order should stem from reason and natural law rather than divine command. The Napoleonic Wars accelerated secularization, as Napoleon restricted papal power and redrew the map of Catholic Europe. In response, the Church reasserted its spiritual independence through Pius IX's Syllabus of Errors and the First Vatican Council, which proclaimed papal infallibility, a clear statement of doctrinal authority amid political upheaval. 3. Industrialization, world wars, and the modern era. Industrialization, nationalism, and two world wars further transformed the Church's relationship with political and intellectual life. In newly unified nations such as Germany and Italy, the Church lost temporal territories but continued to wield moral authority through social teaching. Particularly Pope Leo XIII's Rerum Novarum, which addressed workers' rights and capitalism. During the World Wars, the Vatican attempted neutrality, focusing on humanitarian relief, while theologians debated the Church's role in confronting totalitarian regimes. In the post-war period, the Second Vatican Council modernized church doctrine, embraced dialogue with science and democracy, and recognized religious freedom, reshaping Catholicism's intellectual role for a secular, pluralistic world. 4. Contemporary developments. Today, the Church no longer wields direct political control, but remains a powerful moral and cultural voice. Religious authorities engage in global debates on ethics, human rights, bioethics, and social justice, while religious intellectuals such as Pope John Paul II and Pope Francis emphasize faith's compatibility with modern democracy and environmental stewardship. Meanwhile, secular intellectual movements, from existentialism to postmodernism, have further reduced the Church's dominance, but also prompted renewed reflection on spirituality's place in human life.